Jake and Marcus are both 30 years old. They live in the exact same city. They both earn $75,000 a year, and they share the exact same goal: retire comfortably and never worry about money again. But this is the exact moment their lives split in totally different directions. Jake enrolls in his company's 401k. Marcus opens a Roth IRA. They both put away money for 30 long years. Both retire at the exact same time. Both genuinely think they played the game perfectly. They're both wrong. One of them completely forgot to count what the government takes on the way out, and the other entirely forgot to count what he gave up on the way in. When you actually run the hard numbers through a full retirement, the massive gap between what they think they have and what they actually keep will make you rethink everything. Jake contributes 10% of his salary, which is $7,500 a year. His employer offers a 4% match, handing him $3,000 in free money. $10,500 goes into his account every single year, all entirely pre-tax. Jake's paycheck barely feels the hit because Uncle Sam has not touched that money yet. Marcus contributes the maximum $7,500 a year to his Roth IRA. No employer match, no upfront tax break. Every single dollar Marcus puts in has already been taxed. His paycheck feels much lighter from day one. Jake's coworkers see his climbing 401k balance and constantly ask him for investing tips. Marcus tells people he has a Roth IRA and just gets a polite nod followed by total silence. Nobody at a weekend barbecue ever brags about a Roth IRA. It doesn't sound exciting at all. The silent partner for the first 5 years, Jake looks like an absolute genius. His 401k contributions instantly lower his taxable income, saving him about $1,650 in federal taxes every single year. By year 5, his account crosses $64,000. More than $12,000 of that came purely from his employer. Meanwhile, Marcus's Roth IRA balance is sitting at about $46,000. On every visible scoreboard, Jake is clearly winning. But here's the massive catch Jake does not see. Every single dollar in his 401k has a heavy tax bill attached to it. He simply has not opened the envelope yet. The 401k gives you a tax break today, but it never promises tax elimination. Every dollar Jake put in pre-tax and all the growth on those contributions gets taxed as ordinary income the moment he takes it out. The exact same rate as a working paycheck. The curveball at age 50, life suddenly throws a major curveball. A sudden emergency requires $30,000 in cash immediately. Jake goes directly to his 401k. Because he is under 59 and a half, he gets hit with a 10% early withdrawal penalty. $3,000 is instantly gone. Then he owes income tax at his 22% rate, losing another $6,600. Out of a $30,000 withdrawal, Jake painfully walks away with just $20,400. That is the brutal price of touching your own money early. Marcus goes to his Roth IRA. Here is the secret most people do not know. You can withdraw your personal contributions at any time, totally tax and penalty-free. Marcus simply pulls out $30,000 of his own contributions. No penalty, no tax whatsoever. Same exact emergency. Jake brutally lost over $9,000, while Marcus lost absolutely nothing. The Millionaire Mirage after 32 years of investing. Both men retire at 62. Jake's 401k balance is roughly $1.2 million. On paper, he is proudly a 401k millionaire. Marcus's Roth IRA balance is about $885,000. No seven-figure bragging rights, but every penny is 100% tax-free forever. Now, they both start withdrawing $60,000 a year. Jake pulls $60,000 from his 401k, and the IRS treats it as ordinary income. His federal tax bill is roughly $5,100. He takes home just $54,900. When Marcus pulls $60,000 from his Roth IRA, his federal tax bill is $0. He takes home every single dollar. Over a 25-year retirement, Jake will pay roughly $127,000 in federal taxes just on his basic withdrawals alone. Marcus will pay absolutely nothing. The massive illusion slowly breaks. The bleeding, and it gets even worse for Jake. When Jake starts collecting Social Security, his 401k withdrawals push his combined income so high that up to 85% of his Social Security benefits become fully taxable. That is money he already paid into his entire career getting unfairly taxed again. Marcus's Roth withdrawals do not count toward that calculation, keeping his Social Security perfectly tax-free. Then comes the ultimate trap. Starting at age 73, the IRS forces Jake to withdraw money whether he wants it or not, called required minimum distributions. If his account is huge, he might be forced to withdraw $98,000 in 1 year, completely wrecking his tax bracket. Marcus's Roth IRA has no required distributions ever. Add it all up. Over retirement, Jake could pay nearly $188,000 in taxes on money he thought was totally his. The statement gap was a complete lie. The flaws in the perfect plan if the story ended here. The Roth IRA would look absolutely perfect. But that is the half-truth influencers love to sell. The 401k has structural advantages the Roth simply cannot touch. The employer match is the greatest return on investment in personal finance. Jake's employer put in $96,000, which heavily compounded to $354,000. Marcus has absolutely no version of this free money. The match alone is often worth more than the entire Roth tax advantage. Furthermore, the contribution limits are drastically different. Jake can shelter $24,500 a year. Marcus is strictly capped at just $7,500. Also, by paying taxes up front, Marcus lost massive opportunity cost. Over 32 years, Marcus paid $52,000 more in taxes than Jake. If Jake had invested those immediate tax savings, it could have grown to nearly $200,000. The formula of truth by year 20. Jake looks like he is dominating by over $130,000. But if you quickly liquidate both accounts and accurately pay the required taxes, the real after-tax gap shrinks dramatically to just $31,000. And almost all of that tiny difference is purely from the employer match. Take the match completely out of the equation, and they're nearly dead even. This is the exact part that heavily breaks most people's brains. The 401k permanently looks bigger on every single statement, every single year for the entire time you proudly own it. But a very meaningful chunk of that giant balance was simply never yours to begin with. It was always the government's money. You were just quietly holding it for them. Neither Jake nor Marcus had the full picture. Relying entirely on just one account leaves you completely exposed to massive, unseen systemic risks. The real trap here is the exact formula that actually works. Step 1. Contribute to your 401k strictly up to the full employer match. That is guaranteed free money with a 100% return on day one. Walking away from it is a terrible mistake. Step 2. Aggressively max out a Roth IRA. Take your $7,500 and lock it away where the government can never touch or tax it again. Step 3. If you still have money left to invest, return to the 401k and push toward that high contribution limit to powerfully lower your current tax bill. The real trap is not the 401k, and it is not the Roth IRA. The true trap is blindly picking one based on a viral video without carefully running the hard numbers for your own salary, tax bracket, and timeline. The only answer that truly matters is the one that includes absolutely everything.